Hello, my wonderful community. I'm your host, Logan23, and you're joining me for BloodBound 2, Chapter 11, The Legend. At Dracula's castle, every vampire in the ballroom turns as the doors at the top of the stairs open, revealing a tall, handsome man who steps in with a hand raised in greeting. Is that Blood Tempest, aka Dracula? And he's wearing the Eye of Bathory. Welcome, all of you. My heart lifts to see your beautiful faces. The vampires around you bow and curtsy, and fumble to follow their example. Please enjoy yourselves tonight. Unleash your inner desires and let them run rampant. After all, you are in my domain, and here we do not shy away from desire. Vampires cheer and clap. Laud lifts an imperial hand again, soaking in all the attention. He seems pretentious, insufferable, more like trashy. I mean, you're in my domain. This is a garbage person, if I've ever seen one. And I've seen a lot of them. I'd say that's a pretty astute observation. You and the others watch as the music starts up again, and Vlad makes his way through the crowd. He kisses hands, cheeks, even a few mouths as he exchanges words with his guests. I get the feeling he's always this handsy. Unfortunately, he once tried to kiss me, and I stomped on his foot and broke a couple of his toes. Nice. He doesn't try to kiss me anymore. On the lips, that is. Suddenly you turn and realize Dracula himself has joined your party. Whoa. Camilla, my love, it has been much too long. Lifts the back of Camilla's hand to his lips, raises an eyebrow at him. It certainly has. How are you, Vlad? So long as I am surrounded by beautiful things, I cannot complain. You notice the way he pets Camilla's hand as he says it. She extracts it from his grasp. Ah, and Adrian is here as well. Swoops in to kiss Adrian on both cheeks, lingering on each. Vlad, it's a rare treat to find you back in this part of the world, old friend. Vlad traces a delicate fingertip across Adrian's jaw. Adrian doesn't blink. Vlad, allow us to introduce our friends. This is Lily, Jax, and Amy. He turns to Lily and bows, almost kissing her hand. Lily returns a gesture with a large grin. Vlad, nice castle you got here. Vlad gives a husky laugh and pats Lily's hand fondly. He then eyes Jax with a smolder. This one seems a bit stiff. Excuse me. Vlad takes Jax's hand and runs his fingertips over the underside of Jax's wrist, making him shudder. But I'm sure I can fix that. And Vlad turns to you, wearing a large, hungry smile. My, and who do we have here? Roll my eyes. Before you can help it, you're rolling your eyes over his theatrics. I see I have to endeavor to charm you, my dear. Don't worry, I'll have you swooning yet. And considering how beautiful you are, it will be worth the effort. Oh, thank you? He lifts your chin with his finger, gazing deeply into your eyes. What a vision you are. I'm surprised my guests haven't eaten you all up. Or perhaps you're saving yourself for the right someone. You can barely speak, let alone think clearly, with him so close to you. Glance down at the Eye of Bathory hanging from the chain around his neck. I see I've overwhelmed you. Please allow me to make it up to you. It would be my honor for you to join me at midnight for a private tour of the castle. Private as in just you and me? Indeed. I can show you a taste of true vampire life. You're too kind. Camilla's voice breaks the tension between you and Vlad, and he turns to her with a small smile. Oh, alas, so am I. One of my few faults, I'm afraid. All of you, please enjoy yourselves. I'll see you at midnight, dear Amy. He touches a tender kiss to the back of your hand. As he turns to the next group of guests, you shake your head in wonder. Hey, fun fact, you just got hit on by Dracula. That was weird? Maybe cool, but definitely weird. At least we can run with this whole tour thing. It could make a good opportunity for a distraction. That's true. It's going to be much harder to get the eye of Bathory if he's wearing it. What if I get him to take it off? The others stare at you. Lily snorts in laughter. Back it up. Your plan is to seduce Dracula. Those are words we are saying right now. Well, I'm not actually going to seduce him. I'm not going to, go through with it. Just bring him along, long enough to get close to the eye. I don't know about this. I don't trust Vlad, and I don't like the think of the possibility where you could get hurt. You know, I have something that could help you. Camilla roots to the pockets of her dress, eventually drawing out a sprig of an unfamiliar plant. Take this. Make sure it's on your person when you're with Vlad. Why? What is it? Hemlock. You nearly drop the plant, holding it as far away from you as possible. What, like the poison? This could be the best way to get the eye of Vlad. You want me to kill Dracula? Damn, that's the most metal thing I've ever heard. Hemlock doesn't kill vampires, but it should knock him out for a while if he ingests it. Long enough to steal the eye. Hopefully. Well, if it's the best way to get it. You tuck the hemlock in your pocket, highly conscious of the poisonous substance so close to you. So you always carry hemlock in your dress? I like to be prepared. I wonder what else you have in there. Maybe someday you'll find out. If he tries anything and you can't poison him, just shout out. I'll break the bastard's neck before he knows what hit him. Jax is right. The most important thing is for you to stay safe. We'll be nearby in case anything happens. Thanks, guys. There's just a little while until midnight, and Vlad seems occupied. You glance at Vlad, who's currently got a catering girl under one arm and a gorgeous vampire guy under the other. If I remember correctly, there's a beautiful vampire cathedral on the castle grounds. A vampire cathedral? It's really quite the sight. A truly special sight, one I'd like to share with you. And it should be empty if you'd like to enjoy a moment alone. I see. What do you say, Amy? Want me to show you around? It would be nice to have time to relax before things really get going. It's a chance to learn some fascinating bits of vampire history and get steamy with Adrian. Prefer to stay. As Adrian walks off, you glance around the party. I'll go talk to Camila. Make your way over to Camila, who's lingering against a wall, watching the party cautiously. What's on your mind? Just reflecting. Being here in Europe at a party with vampires, it brings back so many memories. Good memories or bad ones? Both. Would you believe there was a point in my life when I would have called myself carefree? I can almost imagine it. I sometimes wonder if I've lived too long. Amy, if maybe I should have died a long time ago, before all the pain and loss. But then, I think of you, and I know there's still more joy to come. Reaches out, squeezes your hand, you squeeze back. Just you wait. I'll see that carefree Camilla yet. I'd like to see you try. As the clock strikes midnight, you nervously look around for Dracula, and find him coming towards you with a smile. Dear Amy, are you ready to begin the tour? It's a feast for the senses, so you should be adequately prepared. Oh, yes, I'm ready for feasting. You cringe and glance at Camilla, who mouths the word hemlock, like it gives you a thumbs up as Adrian and Jax look on worriedly. Fabulous, please come with me. He turns towards the stairs, and you go to follow him when you spot something in the corner of your eye. Is that hanging from a nearby candelabra is another fragment of the painting. You hurry towards it, hand outstretched to take it. You can sense a very old memory contained within of Gaius, Camilla, and an intimate moment from their past. How is it that you seem to grow lovelier by the day? I've always been this beautiful, and you know it. Oh, I get to see them two, chicka-wowing, or... Quickly snatch up the fragment, gasping softly as the ballroom around you dissolves and the memory overcomes you. Look upon a bedroom from long time past, a fire roaring in the hearth, a large bed covered with a fur blanket. Under the blanket are Camilla and Gaius, snuggled together and looking peaceful. Camilla closes her eyes as Gaius runs his fingers over her bare back, making soothing motions. He kisses her forehead. How is it that you seem to grow lovelier by the day? I've always been this beautiful, and you know it. It's true. From the first time I laid eyes on you, I knew you were the most beautiful woman on this earth. My queen. His arms come around her, and she gazes down at him, pressing his cheek. Why do you call me that? I thought it's befitting. Do you not like it? No, it's not that. I do like it. I was merely curious, that's all. Gaius looks up at her, thinking. His fingertips skim up her back, absently. I suppose it's a habit I learned from Rhea, the first vampire, my goddess. Oh, yes. You've mentioned her before. Will you tell me more about her? Gaius hesitates, looking conflicted. Camilla settles down beside him again, putting a hand on his bare chest. And why do you want to know? I want to learn more about you, about what made you, you. Finally, Gaius takes a deep breath and nods, staring into the fire. Rhea was, well, she was truly a force of nature. Bold, courageous, intelligent, assertive. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she vowed to move heaven and hell to achieve it. Gaze grows distant as he speaks, an adoring smile on his face. Her power was raw and infinite. Her passion could level entire kingdoms. She was truly one of a kind, fearless and uncompromising. All she ever wanted was a world where our kind could live free, and in turn our enemies, they did to her what he did to her. Darkness clouds Gaius' expression. He closes his eyes for a moment. She was the greatest vampire to ever live, the greatest who will ever be. Camilla listens in silence, but a sadness crosses her face. I see. Are you jealous? You who just last week seduced the Kazrina? Camilla playfully pushes Gaius, but it's clear she's still troubled. It's not about the joys of the body. It sounds like you loved her. Gaius is quiet for a moment, then nods. I did. I do. I will love her until the world crumbles around us, until I am nothing but ash. She made me who I am, what I am. Without her, I would be nothing. For one moment, one shocking moment, it almost seems like his eyes glisten with tears. She was my everything. I see. Do not let jealousy darken your heart, my queen. I can hold love for her beside my love for you. He gazes back at her until a smile curves the corners of his lips. I love you, my queen. I'll always love you. Gaius leans up to catch her mouth again. They kiss for a long moment till Gaius breaks away. I believe it is my time, my queen. Indeed, my king. Gaius gets out of bed and holds out a hand to her. Takes it, letting him draw her towards the balcony. Together they stand at the railing, looking out at the burned ruins of the town below. Buildings have collapsed or are still on fire. The smell of smoke heavy in the air. Bodies of the Knights of Order litter the ground. The aftermath of a massacre. What do you see? Faint voices cry for help as the roar of flames and the moans of the dying rise into the air. I see a feast. Then let's partake. Grinning and laughing, the two of them jump off the balcony, descending into the chaos below like a pair of ravenous wolves. You come back to yourself with a jolt. Oh. Got 3 pieces left, I'd say. Are you coming, my dear? Yes, sorry. You turn away and follow him up the stairs. Dracula takes you down a few hallways, pointing out the paintings and statues he's collected until you arrive at a bedroom. Oh. You look around, noticing the distinct goth aesthetic. There are stuffed ravens, skulls, and more candelabras with tall red candles. What do you think of my accommodations? It's very you. You definitely like to stick to your aesthetic. I'll take that as a compliment, so thank you. He gestures for you to sit as he pulls out a bottle from an elaborate wine rack, as well as 2 glasses. You may be wondering why the tour I gave you was so short. To be completely honest, I merely wanted an excuse to be alone with you. If we're being honest, I figured as much. He places a glass of red wine before you and you eye it suspiciously. It's a Sangiovese, not blood. Oh, sorry. I guess because of, party full of vampires and all. He chuckles and sits near you on the leather couch, swirling his wine in his glass. I completely understand, after all. You are in the presence of Dracula. Do you like being called that by name? I know your true name is Vlad Tempest. Ah. What's in the name? Vlad, Dracula. They are both me. They are both names whispered far and wide. He leans towards you with a small smile, eyes intense. You seem to be curious. Is there anything you would ask of me? I have to know. What do you think about your celebrity? Have you seen the movies about you? What are you thinking about your celebrity? I don't know about over here, but in America, Dracula's like one of the go-to Halloween costumes. You're everywhere. Decorations, television, candy. Oh, and there's even a cereal named after you. Well, kinda. Is it a sexual cereal? I don't know what that would mean. I do. You notice as he's gotten closer to you. Now, my beauty, it's about time I ask you a question. You and your friends, it seems peculiar that you decided to drop in so unexpectedly. He lowers his head a bit, looking you up at you through his eyelashes as he smiles wickedly. Tell me, my succulent princess, why are you really here? Your heart starts to pound as you try not to glance at the eye around his neck. You clutch the wine glass tighter so he doesn't see your hand tremble. What do you mean? Don't you think it looks a tad bit suspicious from where I'm standing? Not at all. I wanted to see the infamous Dracula in person. Is that so? As soon as I heard you were real, I just had to. He leans back a little, taking a sip of wine. And why is that? Because I had to see if the legend was true. It's just that I've only ever heard of tales of Dracula ever since I was little. And you wanted to know if I'm everything they say I am. He eyes you up and down, his sensuous lips quirking in a smile. And are you satisfied? You look at his fine clothing, his shining black hair, his beautiful face. I think so. Vlad reaches for your wine glass, your fingers brushing against his. He sets your glass down on the table along with his own. Amy. He takes your hand in his fingertips skimming the sensitive underside of your wrist. He lifts it to his lips and kisses the spot. And now that you've got me all to yourself, what exactly do you plan to do with me? He leans ever closer, his eyes dropping to your mouth. This is your chance to see what it's like to sleep with history's most famous vampire. Really? I like how just upfront it is. Have sex with Dracula. Not. You lean away from him, smiling shyly. He looks deep in your eyes for a moment before returning the smile. Vlad gets up to grab the wine bottle, and you look at his empty glass. I need to wait until he fills it again. You put on a smile as he returns, pouring you both another glass. Now, where were we? You were just telling me about the architecture. The architecture? Of the castle. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to crown moldings and flying buttresses. You gesture towards the ceiling. Is that a rib vault? A fan vault, actually. He leans his head back and examines the ceiling, pointing out the structure and the design. You quickly grab the hemlock from your pocket while Vlad is distracted, crumbling it in your hand. On my own, of course. Wow, that's so interesting. He begins to turn back to you. Pour the hemlock in his wine. While Vlad remains distracted, you lean forward and pour the crushed hemlock into his wine. Lean back with a smile just as Vlad turns back to you and gives you an odd look. Is everything alright, my dear? Everything is perfect. You gotta take a sip of your wine and he does the same. Your heart speeds up as he drinks. Truly, what's the matter? Nothing. I was just admiring that striking gem you wear, and you pointed it out. Gesture to the eye of Bathory, and Vlad smirks. Quite the accessory, isn't it? I was shocked when it fell into my hands. Would you mind if I held it? Have you ever seen a piece like it before, or is it Cartier? You hope your light, naive tone will sway him and almost sigh in relief when he smiles and removes the chain from his neck. Please, be my guest. Take the eye with trembling finger while Vlad drinks more of his wine. The jewel is heavy in your hand. Well, what do you think of my... Sways on the edge of the bed, touching his head in confusion. You stand up. Are you not feeling well? Maybe I should go search for someone to help. You... And shoots out, grabbing you by the wrist. You're not going anywhere. Let go of me. He pulls you towards him, strength overcoming you. Give me the eye. Kick Dracula in the ball. I'm sorry, good sir. But you are not the Dracula of legends. I said let go of me. Raise a leg and kick him square between the legs. Ugh! The momentum of your kick combined with the effects of the hemlock pushes him back, making him fall against the dresser. You! The hemlock is too much. Dracula lurks back and collapses, unconscious. Phew. Get up to leave, and that's when you hear a crackle of static. You peer into his dresser and drawer and see a radio device. Left. Order troops, get into position. Satan and Reigns are in the castle. Remember, Balthazar wants him alive. Balthazar? The Order, they're here? Dracula's talking to them, and they're after us? Oh, crap. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. That being said, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hope you're all having a great day. Hope you all have a great weekend. And please remember to support the channel. Peace out.